Hello, fellow Planeswalkers, and welcome back to Advent Commander, where I'm building a 100-card Commander deck for Magic Sealed product. And today's pack is War of the Spark. So let's get right into the pack. First card, Honor the God Pharaoh. Rising Populace. Stealth Mission. Goblin Assault Team. Shrike Diver. Ward Scale Crocodile. Giant Growth. Spellgorger Weird. Tamiyo's Epiphany. Banehound. Bond of Discipline. Bond of Insight. Dovin, Hand of Control. And finally, Commence the Endgame. And then a basic forest. Okay, so this pack had quite a few sorceries for us to kind of play around with. Starting off, there's two bonds, Insight and Discipline. Bond of Insight we can't take because I already have one in the deck. And Discipline is 4 generic, 1 white. Tap all creatures your opponents control. Creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. So this makes alpha striking way easier. Another card that I really want to get into my deck as soon as possible, but it's probably going to take a couple more packs of War of the Spark before I find that sweet spot, but Honor the God Pharaoh. I've talked about this one before, I think in the last War of the Spark pack, and since I'm trying to make super repeatable number of sorceries a thing, amassing is just going to be explicitly good. So I'm looking to add that at some point. A creature that I want to add to this deck at some point too is the Spellgorger Weird. For 2 generic and red, you get a 2/2 weird creature, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Spellgorger Weird. So then that leaves us with one of 2 cards that I want to take. It's either the Planeswalker or not a sorcery, but still a really fun card. And oh, this wasn't the one I was thinking it was, but it's still pretty good. Okay, so the Planeswalker Dovin, Hand of Control. He's really good as one of the uncommon Planeswalkers. 2 generic, 1 Azorius. You get a 5 loyalty walker for that. Artifacts, instant, sorcery spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast. So he goes into a really heavy control type deck and can just make your opponents, you need to tax them over and over again and make them overextend their mana, and they do less things during their turn and other people's turns. He also has a loyalty ability, -1 loyalty. Until your next turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by target permanent and opponent controls. That just shuts down a permanent, and yeah, so it's pretty good. But I think we're going to take the rare here. Commence the Endgame. 2 blue, 4 generic. For an instant. This spell can't be countered. Yeah, I'm good with that. I like not being countered. And then you draw 2 cards, then amass X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. So if I ever get to that point where this is repeatable over and over again, we'll be amassing, we'll be drawing cards. This is just a specifically very good addition to the deck. So that's my pick. Commence the Endgame. Alright guys, I know Core Set 2020 is coming out this weekend, pre-release weekend actually. So if you guys are going to any events, enjoy them. And I'll see you next week. Well, starting next week, I'll probably grab a couple of packs of Core Set 2020. And we'll kind of intersperse those in between what I have left of War of the Spark and Modern Horizons. So, alright guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you tomorrow with another pack and another pick. See you then.